Okay, hey everybody, and welcome to another Ninjago video. Today it will not be on drama, so for the haters who obviously would spam up my comments, don't bother. Obviously, you know where I stand on certain issues, on certain things. So, yeah, let's just leave it at that, and you can stand on yours, I'll stand on mine, things. But obviously today we had three images for part two leaked, along with a alleged release date, which is says the 18th of this month. Although that is for South Korea, not English. So even if it is real, it's not actually the English version, and the English will probably come like around 1 month after. That's typically how it works out, 1 to 2 months after the non-English. So anyway, obviously the three images are of the ninja training, the tournament temple, two tournament temples from different views, and well, that's all. And obviously, in one of them, we get confirmation that Robbie from the Tournament of Sorcerers, no, not tournament, the temple. I forget the name of the set. It's the big one. I could look it up, but I'm not going. We get him confirmed. Now this is interesting because there was a lot of speculation to whether he was actually going to be in the show or whether he was just a random minifigure, whether he's relevant to the series, and well, he is part of the show. It's confirmed now. You can see he's there. His relevance to the show obviously is still up to debate. Who knows? He may just be a random character. He may be a door greeter. I mean, looking at the image, it kind of looks like he's greeting people into the entrance of the temple. So, I mean, just saying, maybe he's just a greeter. But also saying, that being said, he also could be greeting his newfound friends to the temple. Either or could happen. But what I will say is he probably will have more relevance than we think. Because if you actually do look at the sets, the set he's in, there's a sticker for one of the pieces that has basically, it's like a portrait and it's of him. And then there's another one that's very similar that's of an old person. So I think that there is more relevance to him than we are letting on, just in general. That's my personal view. Also, there are people, even though he's a random character and we have know nothing about him, there are people shipping him with Wildfire, because of the whole subtitle situation that happened. There's nothing really to go there, just people doing what they do, obviously, just like when they do the other thing, which I'm against. But what I will say is it will be interesting if that does actually happen for multiple reasons. But I will talk about that when or if it happens. And if it doesn't, I'll get into that. I will do stuff on that. Another thing I will actually point out when it comes to this is the training one. I don't know how I feel about the about Nia, Zane, and Cole being in that lineup. Maybe Lloyd's cut off or something, but people are speculating he's not there because he's training them. It's like, I don't like that. Especially since the ninjas were ninjas longer. Nia maybe, but at the same time, because they're the old generation, I don't like the idea of them being trained. They shouldn't be, because they should be basically sub senseis along with Lloyd, like assisting training them. So I don't really like the idea of them being in that lineup. But what am I gonna do? I can't really do much. That's kind of one of the gripes I have there. It just looks a little cringe, personally. And with the third and final picture, you can see on top of the temples two Source Dragon symbols. Probably where people who are on that team for the tournament is probably going to be or something. Who knows? But that was just something people interesting. It's the Source Dragon of Life, and I don't remember what the other one is. It's the one that looks like an Earth dragon. But that being said, that out of the way, obviously that was just quick. The main point of this is we do have confirmation of something that's interesting. The Tournament of Sources is definitely just the Tournament of Elements redone. I mean, obviously it's going to be different, but it is basically Tournament of Elements, because we have confirmation from Doc that you have to have elemental powers to qualify for the Tournament of Sources. Now, what's interesting about this is, because that's is back about in April, he also confirmed, or at least he said, Arin does not have an elemental power. So, essentially, Arin is being snubbed once again. Since people have complained for part 1 that he kind of was getting disrespected a lot. Seems like it's going to get that trend of Arin being disrespected is going to happen again. How you feel about that, you can let me know in the comments below. Also, like this video, things. Remember, this place, keep it friendly. Everything is up to debate for the most part, but keep it friendly and try and keep it on topic. Because, that. But outside that, you can have whatever opinion you want. Now, what's interesting about what Doc said a few months back in April compared to what he's saying now is he's saying yes, you have to qualify, have a limit power to qualify, and he said Arin doesn't have powers. But he actually, technically, if you wanted to really speculate and really change things up a little bit, he did say Arin does not have elemental power, does not have an elemental power at that time. Maybe Arin unlocks his later on. Who knows? But most likely, because a lot of people don't actually want Arin to have an elemental power, that he won't have an elemental power. And I honestly hope that too. I'm a little torn. I'm a little saddened that they're going to snub him again. But at the same time, I don't want him to get an elemental power. I like the idea of him not having an elemental power and being someone who basically created his own technique, the Spinjitzu throw. I think that is a more compelling story. But I will say this. When it comes to Arin, it feels like they're making him into the next Lloyd. Because he's getting so much trauma these last few parts. Like, he's got so much trauma building up. They're basically turning him into Lloyd. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out there. But anyway, as I said, in the comments below, let me know what you think of the leaks. What you think of Arin not being allowed to compete in a Tournament of Sources. Will he? Will he not? Will they find some loophole? Who knows? Let me know your theories. Remember, keep it civil, keep it respectful, and I will see you in the next one.